Hello, everyone. Welcome to A Garden a Day with Maidenbrock Gardens, where we explore the world one garden at a time. Today is June 14th. Well, folks, today is Flag Day here in the good old US of A. The American flag was adopted by the Continental Congress on this day in 1777. Flag Day was proclaimed a holiday in 1916 by President Woodrow Wilson and established by Congress officially in 1949. I like to go a bit presidential on days like this, so today we are exploring the Abraham Lincoln Memorial Garden and Nature Center in Springfield, Illinois. Our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, lived in Springfield, Illinois for 17 years before being elected president, and the Lincoln Memorial Garden and Nature Center reflects what Illinois would have looked like during Lincoln's lifetime and includes native plants from the three states where Lincoln lived: Kentucky, Indiana, and Illinois. As a side note, if you want to visit Springfield, you will also find the Lincoln Presidential Library and Museum, the home of the Lincolns, with tours conducted by the National Park Service, and Lincoln's tomb, which also includes the final resting place of his wife, Mary Todd Lincoln, and three of their four sons. You might remember the episode I did on the gardens at Hildene in Vermont. The Lincolns' eldest son, Robert, lived at Hildene, and he was buried at Arlington National Cemetery. The Hildene episode was on May 16th. It was episode 136. I also did an episode on the gardens at Arlington National Cemetery. That was episode 146 on May 26th. Now, back to today's garden. The Lincoln Memorial Garden and Nature Center is a 100-acre woodland and prairie garden established in the 1930s to honor the memory of Abraham Lincoln. Local civic leader Harriet Knudsen envisioned a living memorial to Lincoln along the shore of Springfield Lake. She sought the assistance of America's foremost landscape architect at the time, Jens Jensen, to design the garden. There are more than 5 miles of footpaths through the gardens and a variety of plants, many native, including the white oak, the state tree of Illinois. There are also sugar maples, dogwoods, and redbuds. There are benches along the trails, each with an inspirational quote from Lincoln inscribed on the backrests. Though Lincoln most likely never walked in this particular area where the garden now resides, the design would have been familiar to him. Jensen created a sense of the Midwest that would have been familiar to Lincoln. Open prairie, woods, small flowering trees, grasses. Lincoln would have known them all. The first planting in the garden was done by the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts on November 14, 1936. They planted acorns that are today mature, towering oaks. Nearly 50 garden clubs around the country took part in planting the garden. One of Harriet Knudsen's friends was Myrtle Walgreen, wife of Charles Walgreen, founder of the Walgreen Drugstore. She helped raise funds that led to the opening of the Nature Center in 1965. The center offers space for educational programs as well as the split rail gift shop. Behind the Nature Center is the Children's Woodland Garden, where children will wear themselves out playing stick tic-tac-toe, balancing on the log balance beam, playing natural musical instruments, getting wet with the water activities, and giggling with the troll sculptures. In 1995, the garden was expanded by 29 acres when the Ostermeyer Prairie Center opened. This restored prairie is home to prairie grasses, wildflowers, a picnic area, and an accessible trail. The garden expanded again in 2000 with the addition of a 6-acre meadow where the garden hosts its annual Indian Summer Festival. In 2013, the garden expanded yet again when the garden partnered with the University of Illinois Extension, master naturalists, and master gardeners to establish a demonstration garden for native wildflowers. A second demonstration garden, a shade garden, is in the works. The garden offers in-school field trips as well as summer camp for ages 4 through 15. They also offer a course in orienteering, as well as hikes devoted to wildflowers, birds, and leaves. They have an active calendar of programs and events, and I invite you to check out their website to learn more. The garden is open daily from sunrise to sunset. The Nature Center is open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sunday 1 to 4. Well, that's about it for today's garden visit. Join me here tomorrow to find out where we're going next. Thank you for listening today and every day. If all goes well, I'll be right back here tomorrow. See you then.